Green, the land of my poem is green. The song carries her as she was, fertile from past to past. And I have of her Narcissus contemplating the water of his image. And I have of her the sharpness of shadows and synonyms and the exactitude of meaning. And I have of her what is common in the sayings of the prophets on the roof of the night. And I have of her the donkey of wisdom abandoned on a hill, mocking her legends and her reality. And I have of her the symbols stuffed with opposites. Realism doesn't find memories. Abstraction doesn't lead to illumination. My other self I have of her. Singers can only inscribe her days in a diary. If the dream isn't enough, I'll be heroically sleepless at the door of exile. And I have of her the echoes of my language from the walls, removing salt from the sea at the very moment when my strong heart betrays me.
Clara was killed here just under 4 years ago. She will be forever 28 years old, newly arrived in the US, newly married, full of life and passionate commitment, and loved by all of us. After Clara was killed, I didn't want a roadside shrine. I wanted to remember her as she lived, rather than remember how she died. What I realize now is that I don't get to choose how Clara is remembered. None of us do. None of us get to choose for Clara. Least of all the driver that killed her, or the police that failed to investigate. We don't choose how to remember our loved ones. Our loved ones choose, through the lives that they lead, how they want to be remembered. For those of us who knew Clara, our need for this memorial is built on our memories of our lives with her. A life that she chose to live so fully and with such life and passion and commitment. I've grown a little older since then. Maybe a lot older. Maybe not a lot wiser. And I can think of two things that I can say, or try to say now, that were hard for me to say after she died, or that I've learned since then. The first one is this: fuck the police. We are here as a community, out of love for our friends and neighbours and for Clara. The police, on the other hand, failed to investigate her death. The DA failed to prosecute, and in doing so they failed all of us. There has not been, and there will not be, ever, any justice for Clara. Justice, if we had achieved it, would have been inadequate to our loss. We pursue it for those who come after us, and not for those that we have lost. I wish to support all of those who struggle to hold our police and our courts accountable, and to make our communities safe to live and work in. I also stand in solidarity with those who are taking to the streets to hold their police accountable in Ferguson and Baltimore and New York. The second thing which I've learned over the past 3 years is about memory. Each of us, through our actions today and in the future, choose how our loved ones and our community will remember us. Those of us who shine brightly enough choose how our society will remember us. I want to thank all of you for this memorial and for helping me today to try to do some small measure of justice to Clara's memory. Thank you.